The doors are open. This is your 3-minute-ish warning, I think. I think 3. Morning everyone. Seeing these familiar names each time, which is wonderful. Thank you. And the new members keep joining. We have an additional 86 members on this page since yesterday morning. Good morning, snackers. That's a good one. I like that. So I've kept this preamble, the broadcast fairly brief this morning, just to get you in and going as soon as we can. Should we say 1 minute? 1 minute and then go, I think. Our friends from Greece and Hungary and Wales are all in the dining room with me. Becoming a regular, that's the point, that's good. Okay, should we do it? I'm going to dive straight in with our first movement snack of the day. Good morning, welcome. My name is Bex Townley. This is day 5, movement snack 1 of this Make Movement Your Mission. How are you feeling? How have you been in these days? Are you managing to crowbar in these movement snacks? Even if you don't make the lives, even if you don't get back on YouTube, are these movements starting to be in your mind that you can add throughout the day? Please tell us about your successes. That really helps and encourages not only me and us, but everyone else on the page. Here we go. Let's do it. Usual rules apply. You select your position in sit or stand. And it's okay to change between the two. So don't wait for me to prompt you to stand. If you see the movement and it looks good for you to do in standing, get on your feet and adopt it in a standing position. Let's go. So stand or sit. The chair is here if you prefer, or standing if you can. Upright posture, comfortable and active, and we start our circulation boosting. Keep going with that steady ankle march on the spot. Always an external support if you need. Keep going with that. If seated is your preference, hip walk slightly forward so that you are doing the work, not the back of the chair. And let's start to bring in the feet action. Remember, this march is really generated from the floor up. Our ankles and feet generate this march. So we should feel as much movement through ankles and feet as we can. We can start to bring in steady arm or 2, or if you prefer in the seated option to offer some support, we can guide that elbow further back. Keep going with that. In standing, it's here. Remember, in stand, lift and open. If you can start to add some marchings on the spot, like so, and the other way, but I won't because then you'll see my back. In standing, let's switch the footfall movement into our toe tap. So these are my feet, obviously, so you can see. And we're extending top of the feet like so. Keep using support if you need, or 2 hands if you need. And in seated, it's the same. Keep it relatively within hip width here. So we've got some extension out from the knee, plus a little bit of toe tap. Okay? Okay, last 5 seconds of the circ boost. Arms and legs together if you feel you can. And then we're going to move into the mobility. Pick your position here for standing. Feet hip width apart, if not a little bit wider to be strong and steady. And you can start your shoulder rolls, please. Continue with that in stand. In seated, it's the same. Hands here on the thighs. And remember, this is where we squeeze back and down. And just take your time to feel how that is for you and to get as much movement in as we can. Everything that involves our arms essentially involves our shoulders. It's how we reach and grab and carry. 1 time, 3 times or 5 times on these steady movements. Pause. Let's move a little bit up now to neck and head. I'll come closer for this one. This is our slow head turn. Pause in the centre. And with each movement, just again feel, and you may feel, if you're really aware what's happening, that you have more movement on one side than you do the other. But this is quite usual. We're all a little bit lopsided perhaps in some ways. So just be aware of that. Take your time, pause in the middle. Exactly the same in seated. Another, or our second important neck movement, fingertips here as a guide, and we're just pressing the head back. Can you see this? So my gaze stays forward, and can you feel you're mobilising all the muscles around the neck? Combined with our shoulder rolls, we've pretty much got this triangular bit here that does all our head turning gaze and generates all our arm movements. Just have a little bit of a steady arm march. Focus on this backward movement as well. The same in standing, keep it steady. We're not looking to increase heart rate or get puffed out. We're just boosting the circulation, but for sure, you'll want to take an extra breath. Pause, get your balance. Also balanced and upright in chair. The next movement in our selection is our side bends. I'm going to show this one in standing first. Because we're going to just take a bend to the side, take the feet a fraction wider, this will help balance. And then a steady bend, keep it moving up. Find your own rhythm for this. Find your own rhythm. Don't go at my pace, find your pace. It's a bend and a stand, with or without support. Really effective to do this in front of the table because we can go down to the side. And in the chair it's the same. Back sides, buttocks stays on the chair. A little squeeze out so we can support the arms. And we're really trying to mobilise this middle bit. Release. Anything between 1 or 5 times on these mobility movements. The next one is our trunk twist or trunk rotational turn. And as you can see from this one, it's everything about turning, having a look what's behind. And if you think about these movements, they're already embedded in your day somehow. We need to twist, turn, bend. In standing, it's the same. Try to keep the hips fairly strong. In daily life, they will move for sure, but we're trying to improve mobility here. Take your time to come round. Have a breath in the middle, have a release, and then set up and go again. Just ease around, head goes with you. And then come back to our steady circ boost. A little bit of extra toe tap. Same in the chair. Take a pause and release. Ankle mobility, here we go. Chair option, there's 2. Slightly back, come back into more support. Pick up the foot a little bit, and then here is our ankle movement. Have had lots of comments from you saying you can see your ankle movement is improving. Look at this and just really try to articulate forwards and back. Again, 1, 3 or 5 times, change legs, don't wait for me, or it's this option. And that's our standing option also, heel and toe. If you're happy and good in stand, if you want to, we can just transfer that into an actual step. So it's like a rocker step. We step forward, we come back, really definitive heel strike. Okay, good, take a pause. Can we do two little stretches? I'm better on the time. I've got 2 minutes left. Stand tall and strong and steady, and then just ease these hands behind in for the chest stretch. This can be a moment and can come out and release and then go in again, or you can go for an extra hold. It's early in the morning, we've done a bit of mobility, so don't Don't go for a very long, big range stretch here. It's just to ease us out, open the chest, get the posture ready for the day. Have a release in between each one. These switch off periods are important, so we need to recover and rest so that the next one can be as effective as the last. One more stretch for you. It's the upper side stretch. I think we did this yesterday. Again, in standing. It's here. It's in standing. I'm going to sit, otherwise my arm will disappear out of shot. Head stays still. Just literally bend the arm as comfortably as you can. Doesn't need to come all the way here. We ease the elbow up. I'm going to come closer so you can see. And then it's an extra reach. Now that reach for comfort on shoulder is slightly forward. It's like I'm reaching up and then we can guide it down. And of course, by literally folding the arm in half, we make it easier to support, squeeze and reach and come down. Now if you can and you feel comfortable, what we're really after on this is a reach and then an extra lift and squeeze. And in standing it's here, so you have a stretch all the way down there. Now only stay up there momentarily and relax in between each one. We come in, we come up. There's the squeeze, 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 extra reach and come straight back out. Good. Just because I want you to think about this next and one more movement, and I want you to try to crowbar this into the day somewhere. The heel raises, it's our strength activity. Think about how you could do this one perhaps whilst you're washing up, not whilst you're actually washing up, but put the cup down and then do some, or wait for the kettle to boil. So this is our lift and raise, little pause at the top and then slow, 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 slow. Can you accumulate a couple of sets of these between now and 12 o'clock? In seated, if you're not quite ready for that whole body resistance, we can rehearse the feet, glance down as the heels come up, shift the weight so that your first toe and your second toe are really taking that movement position. Give the calves a squeeze at the top and relax. So your mission, if you choose to accept it, crowbar some of those heel raises in at a point where you have steady, stable support throughout the day. See you at 12 o'clock for the lunchtime snack. We've got to get the menu ready, got to prepare. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye.